Am I an asshole for asking a friend if she was happy about being pregnant? Don't miss out on the fun. Hit subscribe button and join our community for more stories like this one. I, 23, female, have been friends with Molly, 23, female, for 12 years. For the entire time I have known her, Molly has never liked kids. She and I have had conversations in the past about how neither of us wanted kids. I get that people can change their mind, but our most recent discussion of this was like 3 months ago, when I told her that my sister was having another baby. Her actual response to the news was, why would she want one to begin with? That was essentially her attitude to children up until recently. Around 3 weeks ago she sent me a text that just said, "I'm pregnant." No warning beforehand, no greeting like, "Hey, I have big news," or even an emoji to convey how she felt. Very direct. I didn't know if it was a panicked "I'm pregnant" and maybe needed support, which has happened in the past. So I asked how she felt about that. She replied after a while with, "Happy, obviously. Me and Mark, her boyfriend, 24, are only telling close family and friends at the moment." I was a bit shocked, but congratulated her anyhow and said I'd take her out to lunch to celebrate. Well, we met up for lunch this week and unfortunately Mark couldn't come, but another friend of hers, Emma, came instead. Emma and I aren't that close. Molly only sent a text like 10 minutes before we met that Emma was coming too. I didn't mind, but throughout the whole lunch something seemed off about them, especially Molly. Like they kept sort of exchanging looks right in front of me, and were showing each other things on their phone without showing me, which I didn't really care about, but it felt very middle school catty, and talking a lot about things that I either didn't know about or wasn't there for. I was kind of glad when the lunch was coming to end, but Molly went to the bathroom before we left and it was just me and Emma sitting at the table. Like I said, we're not that close, but I tried to make some small talk about how exciting it was that Molly was having a baby, and that she seemed delighted. Emma then replied, "Well, obviously she is, not that you would know," and I was just dumbfounded. I asked what she meant, and she launched into a rant about how rude it was that I had asked how Molly felt about the pregnancy, and that Molly was kind of pissed at me for it. I confronted Molly when she came back to the table and she just kind of shrugged. I didn't want to get into it in front of Emma, so I apologized, but then told Molly that I would have appreciated her coming to me first if I had upset her. She me sarcastically said, "Why else would I text you something like that if I wasn't happy?" I reminded her that she has repeatedly told me how she dislikes kids, and she said, "Obviously not my own," even though we've both discussed never wanting kids, and reminded her what she said when I told her about my sister's pregnancy 3 months before. I left quickly after that and have been thinking about it non-stop since. Am I an asshole for asking if she was happy about being pregnant? Comments. Not an asshole. A text that just reads "I'm pregnant," given what you know about her opinion on kids, doesn't seem that happy at all. You asking how she felt about it is a totally valid question, not rude at all. She was the one being rude when commenting about your sister. She sounds like a real hypocrite, to be honest. Not an asshole. Assuming people are happy about pregnancy in general seems like a minefield. You have to ask, or go by what you know about them. With her, it would have been very fair to reply to her announcement text with, "Oh no. I'm so sorry. What are you planning to do?" So, be happy you didn't do that, I guess. I think it's as a myth that women mostly feel happy about pregnancy. I have met many, including myself, that despite wanting to get pregnant felt scared and worried, rather than happy. Asking how she felt was the most natural thing, and her weird reaction would make me question how she really felt. I would probably step back from her now. She's just given you a glimpse as to what she's going to be like from here on in. Pregnancy makes women go feral. Well, actually gives feral women an excuse to be awful. Hormones and all that. What rubbish, and yes, I am a woman, with children. Go live your best child-free life. Molly isn't making any sense and Emma sucks. You've been friends with Molly for 12 years and she couldn't be real with you, what the fuck? Subscribe and hit the bell button for the best Reddit stories available.